Black Power, Defected Demon here, also known as Wolf Shadow. This particular video is for ladies, for the women. It seems that somewhere along the line, you all have forgotten your worth. You all have forgotten your value. Not all of you, but it just seems to be this overwhelming energy of you all needing to be promiscuous in order to get a guy's attention. I want you all to remember that if you study history, whether it be any type of religion or mythology or other recorded ancient stories, women, you are the most precious thing that God put on this earth. You are the most precious resource. You are the only thing that can contribute and give life. Everything comes from the mitochondrial Eve, the mother. You are the most precious thing that God ever created for this earth. If you want an old earthly story about how powerful you are, and if you want to know the truth, there is power in your vagina. That is a real magical place where real magical shit happens, and it affects us brothers and whoever else on a scale that most of us can't seem to handle. It's a magic place. Example number one, if you go back and understand Helen of Troy. Helen was supposedly the most beautiful woman if you read it from the Greek, but if you read it from the Ethiopian story, Helen or Hela was very beautiful. She was also extremely sexual and had very, very, very good vagina. Read this stuff, look it up. So the point is, Agamemnon and Menelaus, one being the king of Sparta, they traveled all the way across the sea just for a woman, just for her particular vagina. I'm trying to tell y'all, ladies, my whole point of this is that you all are the most precious thing that will ever create. There have been wars that have been fought over women. I don't know. That's why I say I don't know what has happened to us as a society, what has happened to the majority of men. So many of us are so misogynistic. If you don't know what misogyny is, it's a Greek understanding of having an extreme hatred toward women. Most misogynists, interesting enough, aren't even homosexual men. The majority of misogynists are these men who out here putting their hands on women like pussies. I personally have a problem with it. I don't care if I know you or not. I'm the type of brother that if I just happen to see a man just blatantly putting his hands on that woman, I have a problem with it. Some of us, we still do stand up. Because again, the woman is the most precious resource, the most wonderful thing that God ever gave. If you even go and read the Bible, you will see that the Watchers and some of the other so-called fallen angels, they were so smitten and so interested in earth women and to the women that God put on this particular earth, this particular lifetime. Even the angels broke God's code. They broke God's law and came down just to mate with you all because of that magical, wonderful place you have called a vagina. See, when I give it in truth, I'm not speaking to be right. I'm not speaking to tell anybody what to do. I'm only saying things hoping that I'm able to give a direction or point you to being able to make a clear and free decision for yourself. But it has to be known, if nobody else says it, women, all of you, you are the most beautiful and wonderful thing that God put here. I can't speak for the heavens and everything else, but again, you even have stories of Zeus always coming down to mate with the earth women. That magical, wonderful place y'all have called a vagina. If you go back and listen to the stories of the Mahabharata, which is some of the old Indian and Vedic tales, you had so-called gods or extraterrestrials that came down in ships called Vimanas to do what? Get them some earth pussy. So I hope that you're able to see the connection that I'm trying to make on how important the woman is. That's why I need for brothers and everybody else, especially you women, for yourselves, to stand up and understand your own worth. You are wonderful, beautiful beings. There would be none of this thing without you all. I'm pouring it on thick because women, you need to understand how important you are. You really need to take back your strength. It's your turn to actually be in charge now. If you understand the cosmology and the what word? It's not hierarchy, but it describes a cycle where everyone gets a chance to be in charge. Everyone gets a chance to pretty much run the world. Of course, right now it is the European man's turn. The Caucasoid, Caucasian, those European is their time right now. But it's also the time of the woman. The man knows that their time is running out. This is another aspect of the Bible, but the man's time is really running short. If you look around at people like Hillary Clinton and all these other women on Council on Foreign Relations and all this other stuff, it is y'all turn. So my point is, it is really up to y'all to take y'all own power back. You only, should really give that magical, wonderful place that you have down there to a man only if you want to do it. And let me get something straight. There really is no double standard. If a brother has sex with a bunch of women, this, that, and the other, he pimp, player, Mac, whatever you want to call it. I'm from the 90s, so my bad. But if a woman does it for whatever reason, it seems to give off different words. Being hoish and promiscuous. Personally, for myself, I don't believe that if a woman is a sexual being, again, you can go back and read your ancient gods. You had people like Athena, people like Yemaya, African goddess, Oshun, African goddess. These were very sexual women. Even to my guardian head, Oya, these were very sexual women. Were very proud of their sexuality. A lot of them went out of their way to deceive men in order to get them some dick. But that's not the point. The thing is, though, all that's being said to you all women is that you are very important and beautiful. And that it really is time for you to take back your power. Just respect yourselves. If you want to, be with someone sexually, however, be yourself, be honest, and do it. If you're tired, move on. Other than that, just be yourself. Do you love you in the right man that accepts you in the right circumstances or whatever you choose to do, it will be available to you. But you have to respect yourselves first and know who you are and know your worth. Black Power.